o'clock in the morning. It's been a long day. Still making my way back to Delaware, but I did want to do a little check-in video. Like I said in previous videos, I'm gonna stitch all of these together just to document the whole process of going to get in my truck and getting my trailer. So picked up the trailer. It was interesting basically learning how to drive a 40-foot trailer. Turns are crazy, but as far as the trailer goes, I'm pretty happy with it. I saw what it was. I saw what it was when I first came down before he finished it, so I don't have anything else really to compare it to. This is my first trailer, but what I was expecting is what I got. So far, so good. I did run into a little bit of an issue, but you know, I asked Shane to push up the deadline because the truck was ready, so he had to rush and get my trailer ready. So the little bit of an issue that I ran into was the lights. So as soon as I pulled off, I was maybe like two things actually. So as soon as I pulled out from Trinity, get on the highway trying to make my way back to Delaware, and about maybe like 20 miles out, maybe 30 miles out, there's like a little construction zone. And I go through the construction zone, and it's no shoulders, and it's real bumpy. And after I go through, like I kept hearing this weird like scratching noise. I was like, what the hell is that? So somebody was driving past me, and I saw them like motioning back to my trailer. So try to make this quick before I got this light on here. So yeah, ended up being the ramp. One of the ramps flipped over, so I got it quick. So that was my first chance to use my breaking one of my straps. So I grabbed one of the ratchet straps and just actually right then I didn't tie it down. There was no shoulder. Really, there wasn't enough room. It was real tight. So I pulled up the road. I flipped the ramp back up, pulled up a little bit farther, I like exited the highway, went to like a gas station, and ratcheted down the ramp. So that was a first little piece of drama. Nothing big, but just something that I had to deal with like right out the gate. While I was on the side, what I was realizing was that the inside of the truck has a sensor on it can tell when the lights aren't hooked up properly, or when the trailer's not hooked up properly, and it kept saying trailer disconnected. And at first that freaked me out because I was like, I still see it's connected, but then I figured out it was the lights. So then when I pulled over to deal with the ramps, I did the quick light check and saw that was a problem too. So when I got to the place where I strapped down, I got to the gas station where I strapped down the ramps, I went and also did a quick light check, pulled out the plug, put it back in, and it came back on, but then it kept saying it was going out. So I got on the phone with Shane. Well, actually, I gave him a voicemail and just kept it moving down the highway. His dad called me back and basically walked me, figured like we troubleshoot what the problem was over the phone. He said it was like probably a bad ground. So I just happened to be near Walmart, pulled over, ran in, grabbed some wire, and just grounded the trailer to the bed, and been no problem since. So that was like the only hiccup with the trailer was having to find another ground to get the lights to work consistently. So outside of that, I mean, it's been pretty smooth sailing. I've been running pretty smooth with the trailer on the highway. It's not too bad when I'm out on the street, but in tight, you really got to turn wide with this thing. So yeah, I'm in Virginia now. I pulled over during the middle of the night. Like I got to I was still in Tennessee, I want to say, when I pulled over. Slept for a couple hours, got back on the highway, and making this last stretch home. Hopefully actually what I'm probably gonna do is go straight to the DMV, get this thing registered, and keep it moving. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to check in. Trailer's running. Outside of those minor hiccups, trailer's running is really smooth. The truck handles it really well. Didn't really hit the gas, the miles per gallon too bad. Before, I was averaging maybe 16, and now averaging 14 and a half. So yeah, that's that. So I guess I'll just I'll see you guys in the next chapter of the video. Almost home. I'm in Maryland, and I just went through a way station for the first time ever. So I pull in, it tells you to stop. I was waiting there for a second. Most of other trucks, there was 2 lanes, so trucks on the right side of me, they will pull in just like I did and just keep on moving. It would tell them just to get back on the highway. For me, I was there for longer than, I was there for probably 10 seconds or 15 seconds, which was odd. And then on my lane, it told me to pull around and come in the building. So I was like, oh, this can't be good. So as I go to park, 2 inspection officers coming out. And at first I didn't pay him any attention until I saw him get close to me. And I was like, oh, these dudes are coming to talk to me. So I was like, all right. Oh, and then the sign said to, bring your paperwork. So I started to reach for my paperwork right when they got close to the truck, and I had the door open, so they started looking in the VIN and asking me questions. 2 nice guys. They were totally chill, but it was just weird. I'd never had the situation before. So they're looking at the VINs, the VIN number. They're looking at the stamp on the truck, asking me where am I coming from, where am I going. I told them the whole deal. They went back and were looking at some things with the connections and on the truck, and at the end of it just was all right, well, have a good day. It was pretty much it. So first encounter with getting, and it's I guess somewhat of an inspection. I don't even know if that counts as an inspection, but one thing good that came out of it was I found out how much the truck weighs. So because I got all my chains and my binders and all my ratchets and everything in here, so the total weight was, let's double check it, oops, 15,680. 15,660. So call it 16,000, which leaves me roughly 10,000 to lube, which is just good information to know. But the trailer going across, and they just going they did it by the axles. The trailer going across only came up as 5,600 pounds. But again, that's just based on the axles. That's how they did it. So anyway, at the end of the day, like I said, it's kind of cool. That was the whole reason why I pulled in. I probably could have just kept on going, but I wanted to find out how much. I want to find out what the whole combination I'm working with actually weighs. Side note also, before I pulled into the weigh station, I got gas at the rest stop, maybe a couple miles up, and I parked right next to a full-on 53-foot big rig, and I want to say I'm just about as long. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it felt like it as I was driving. I was like, this thing seems pretty long, and I'm riding by trucks, and it seems like my truck is the same length. Then I parked right next to one, and I checked the trailer, and it was a 53-foot trailer, regular rig on the front, regular big rig, and my truck is just about as long. So I guess from a navigation standpoint, I'm gonna have to make moves as if, you know, I'm riding with something that big. I guess, you know, I don't know if it'll be a good or bad thing. It was just interesting when I parked next to it. I was like, wow, this is very long. So anyway, that's all for now. Check you guys out in the next video. Thanks. So get ready to pull out. These guys are still looking at this trailer. So it's yeah, so they were looking at the trailer. So first they kept saying it's a really nice trailer, which I guess that's always a good thing. The VIN number on the tag, they were saying that the way it's written on there, it could fade, so they suggested I get a stamp. But the most important part was that passed, no issues, everything looks good. And so now I'm going into the DMV and gonna pay for the pay part of the registration. So I didn't really think about it until I was sitting there waiting, and they were like, all these people were around looking at it. I was like, wait, what happens if I drive this thing all the way from Alabama and it doesn't pass inspection? That would be a problem, but didn't happen, so we're all good.